Yo, welcome back to the Red or Blue Pill channel, people. Thank you for returning subscribers and members. What we do here, if you are new, is we react to the most disturbing and creepy videos from the internet, and we go through the latest. If you like what you see, don't forget to sub up, turn on the notifications, let me know your thoughts in the comments section. With that being said, let's roll.
Video is for entertainment purposes only.
Is it me, or is the sky glitching in South Dakota? Have you guys ever seen the sky bleed fire and flash lightning at the same time, and it's accommodated with these crazy looking clouds? Y'all, what world is this? So lately, I've been hearing that there's a war going on in the heavens, and it looks like it's bleeding into our dimension, you guys. Literally, these clouds are literally coming out of nowhere. And now, I don't know if you noticed, but now the Anunnaki are apparently tapping people's televisions in Georgia. But look at this, y'all. A new color has been unlocked. Oh my goodness. People all over North and South Dakota was capturing this beautiful nightmare. I don't even know what else to call this. Like, God is an artist. That's all I can say. God is an artist. Check this out. Look at this. Y'all, these clouds are literally touching these buildings. How? When? Look at this, y'all. There's a whole city up there. Y'all, can y'all see? There's a whole city up there. Those are skylines. What? Bro, this is literally, come on, bro. There's no way you're not telling me that it's not a ship. Come on, bro. And then this manifested.
Are you kidding me right now?
Does he got braids? Bro, these people are crazy. What is he doing out there? And y'all want to know what manifested out of the storm? This thing over here. What is that? Because that's not our sun, is it? Why does it look like something obfuscating the sun? There's something in front of the sun, isn't it, y'all? Something is going on. This right here was at one of the lakes in South Dakota. This is getting a lot interesting, y'all. These weird weather patterns are making the sky looking like Revelations out here, y'all. And y'all can see the time that we in. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Like, follow, and share for more videos like this. The shift is here. We're in it. Let's get it. Peace in.
Yeah, individually, well, I think we've seen all them weather phenomenons on this channel, but put them all together, it's just crazy. The weather that is happening, and we've got some more going on, which has got some weird stuff going on in today's video. It is crazy. It's as if something's going on that we can't see. It really is.
This is fishy. The trees are all standing. This is Las Vegas, Tropicana. But watch this. All the signs are fine. Even this little tiny one right here. Standing. But all those poles down the whole boulevard? Come on, what's really going on?
Yeah, that's crazy. So it's Las Vegas has had some weird weather phenomenon going on, and it's I've got a couple more videos to show you, but that one is just specifically with regards to poles being knocked down, and everything else around it is fine. How does that work out? That don't make sense to me. And then in Las Vegas again, exactly in a line, it's trees this time, not poles, trees. It's as if whatever's happening is it happening in a straight line, a very small line, and it's leaving everything else fine, which is really weird. And there's no one specific thing that it's targeting. It just looks like it's very unnatural, if you know what I mean.
Come again? Oh, people are hearing loud cracking sounds above them as if the sky is breaking and something is cracking up there. What? Yeah, people are reporting the sky sounding like it's cracking up above, and then not long after seeing a bunch of debris or fragments of something floating down from the sky. Oh, goody. One of these fragments fell from the sky, landing on a guy's roof, and the insurance company said that they can't cover this. Okay. What's interesting is one person said that they actually saw orbs at the time of the sound of this cracking, and they witnessed the orb sending what appeared to be some sort of sound wave or something upward, and then they heard the crackling sound. Oh, goody. What a time to be alive during all these new and exciting events.
Yeah, what a super time to be alive, people. What a super time to be alive. He's got a name. He's got a thing with names, isn't he? I mean, Alligator Alcatraz. What a name! I mean, look at the place. People would pay to stay in a hostel worse than that. Well, you know, maybe on par.
We have just got the first look inside Trump's Alligator Alcatraz, and it looks wild. Located in Florida on a mostly abandoned airport, this facility was constructed in just 8 days. What are they? China now? And yesterday, Trump himself visited the detention center for the first time, which is supposed to house up to 5,000 migrants. And this is all supposed to be part of the government's broader crackdown on immigration, but also to relieve some of the pressure from the federal immigration jails. Now, the reason people are calling it Alligator Alcatraz is because if the detainees manage to make it past the 30-foot walls, razor wire, and armed guards, well, they then gotta make it through the surrounding Everglades, which are filled with alligators, crocodiles, pythons, and whatever the hell else lives in Florida. The freaking White House themselves even posted this picture saying, "Make America safe again." Bet the New Orleans 10 could still find a way. They said that the facility will encourage illegal immigrants to self-deport, meaning just try to scare the shit out of them. Now, it will reportedly cost around $450 million a year to run, and is being criticized by some groups as an environmental threat and political spectacle. But the question is, what do you think? Alligator Alcatraz, W or L?
I presume this is a cleanup job from what's happened previously, but I don't know. Let me know what you think. I mean, it's got to be from. We were seeing at one point in time before the elections, you know, a lot of people coming into America illegally, and you know, military-aged men apparently. So, is this what it is? Is there, you know, was there, you know, illegal, dangerous people from Venezuela prisons were let into America apparently? But, you know, I don't know if that's true. But is this what this is? It's the detention center to then go back to your own country. I mean, they have their own choice to go back to their own country. They're here. Well, they're in America illegally, I presume. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Well, it certainly looks better than that one. Whoever was in charge on the top one, that is inhumane. Whatever time and whatever period. Let's see what the other one looks like when there's people in it. But yeah, it definitely looks better. What in the cloud surfer is going on there? Whoa, I've never seen a sky like that, first of all. So that is crazy. Where is that in the world? And after that, I mean, there was loads going on in that. If that is real, then that's just caught loads of crazy stuff right there. Well, I don't think anyone's that good of a fisherman, so I'm pretty sure they have just washed up again. And there's a lot of weird stuff going on with animals in the seas just coming to shore. It's very weird times.
Airships, actual boats that were attached to one or more balloons in the 1700s. Check this one out. This one is from one of the World's Fairs. It says Exposition Universelle 1894. At the top, we've got this gigantic balloon, and it is tied to and holding up a house, a mansion at that. If I were to zoom in, notice this underneath it. Okay, this is real. This really existed. I looked this up, I had studied this, and this apparently actually was a floating mansion that was tied to a balloon, and this right here was an elevator, an ancient elevator, 1800s, 1894. And the people down here at the bottom at the World's Fair, the people would get into these elevators. There's one right here, actually. You see this one? There's an elevator that's attached, and they would ride the elevator all the way up and get off into this huge mansion that was a floating house in the sky, a floating castle. They made these in the old world. Just wanted to show you, this is from the National Air and Space Museum website and the Smithsonian, and they have a whole article that displays, you know, this floating castle idea. Here's other ones. These are more hot air balloons. So before they actually had the ability to try to steer the ships, navigating the skies, it was pretty much balloons that had ships attached to them, which is why they're called airships, right? As you can see here, it's clearly a boat. It's a sky boat. Right? People rode around. There's even a net. This guy's climbing the net, just like it's a ship, like a pirate ship or something. But these are the pirates of the air, the pirates of the sky. And they learned how to navigate the skies.
Whoa, floating houses already before our time. So that's one stage before floating cities. I think that could have been a thing.
Because what the heck is that? What is that?
That definitely does not look like it's in its natural surroundings. Looks more like it should be in water. How that's got there, I have no idea.
Y'all, that was not a meteor. That was not a fireball falling out of the sky. What that was debris that's falling from the galactic war that's happening in our skies. So a lot of us can agree that the storms that we have been having lately has been very weird. In addition to that, a lot of us have been hearing these booms from the sky that sound like it is out of this world, and that's because it actually is. So keep in mind, the solar flares are about to hit the earth even more. In addition to that, the sun is about to get 100 times hotter. And the reason for this is because the earth is shifting, and in turn, it is forcing us to shift as well as vibrate higher. We are in the process of moving from the 3D to the 5D. And as this happens, we are about to see entities, beings, and things that we have never seen before. Y'all, we are about to see animals that we thought was extinct, or better yet, animals that we did not even know existed. I told y'all when that sun was red that Planet Nibiru was pulling up. To all my chosen ones, y'all already know what time it is. We up next. Let's go.
I concur. I think something off planet's going on, or at the very least out of our vision. Something that we don't quite understand or see or know what's going on. We just see a 3D version.
Okay, you guys, I have never seen this before. I was driving on the highway and these vehicles look like police cars, but they say photo enforcement and it says New Orleans. So New Orleans photo enforcement. What is this?
No idea. Anybody know what that is?
Diddy was not at the top of the ring, okay? And it sounded like it was a Fed operation. And so it was a show trial because the Feds are never going to reveal the Feds that are in control of an operation. And the minute that they did not bring Christina Karam, the involvement that this woman have, apparently it's like having a Jeffrey Epstein trial and not like a public Jeffrey Epstein trial and not mentioning or bringing up Ghislaine Maxwell. Like, that's how you know it was a show trial. So this whole fake, oh my God, I can't believe he got away with it. Of course he got away with it. This was a Fed operation. That is my viewpoint. I am never going to change it. I think he's the Jeffrey Epstein of the hip hop world. He was doing what he was supposed to do and what he was told to do. And we're never going to get any information because now everyone's gotten their show trial and there are people on the streets that are pouring baby oil on top of themselves. I'm not kidding. His fans and supporters, as a show of support. It's disgusting. I'm laughing at just the state of humanity today because women are in the streets throwing baby oil on themselves, excited that he is found not guilty on the bigger charges. And I'm maybe asking for a reset. We just need to reset on humanity, just kind of, back to the factory settings here.
Oh, okay. When did that happen? That's crazy. So he's been found not guilty. What bonkers world we live in. And why do we not know anything?
This is insane, and if it's true, then it could change everything. I knew there was something about these deportations that just didn't sit right with me, and then I found this story about a man in Colorado. His name is Alvin, and it looks like he's been trying to get this story out for the past 2 weeks now. Long story short, Alvin expresses his worry that his brother that was taken by ICE and in quotations deported is no longer alive because Alvin is friends with people that work for private contractors, okay? One of which seems to have a pretty high up rank in the military. Alvin stated that his friend claimed that they were being paid to drop off people in the middle of the ocean. I say people because they are humans as well, regardless of how you want to feel about them being here illegally in quotations. Anyways, Alvin's trying to get the word out about what types of planes that these military private contractors have been using. Well, turns out that they're primarily cargo planes, the same cargo planes of which many of you might know open up at the back. And they don't really have any seats, and the seats of which they do have are extremely comfortable. I can tell you from my own personal experiences. But see, this is where Alvin's story gets extremely disturbing, because he stated that most of the planes that, let's just say, have been transporting are disappearing off of radar, and that his friend stated that that is when they do the in quotations drop. He also stated that these specific locations of where these drops are taking place are usual feeding grounds for sharks. So just try to imagine that for 1 second. Now, I don't know how much there is to this story, as he seems to obviously be in panic mode, but also on the run. Now, I want to know if somebody can track those specific planes and find out if and when they're disappearing off of radar. And at that moment, it would become the biggest story to ever be aired. And do you know why? Well, research into this for me, okay? Because I'm not entirely sure that I can tell you everything about this specific event on TikTok. During Argentina's last military dictatorship, which lasted from 1976 to 1983, by the way, if you didn't know, a horrific practice known as, in quotations, death flights was used. And like I stated, I don't really know how much I could talk about, so I'm just going to let you look into it for yourself. But I mean, how would you know? Like, would they make flight logs public?
Well, there has been people being found shackled up, which is really weird, but I don't know. Another crazy story from a crazy world in 2025.
I told you, I knew it. P. Diddy was only found guilty of 2 of the 5 charges. He was only convicted of 2 of the 5 charges, which means that he only is facing up to 10 years in jail. And what happened was the judge released the jury and was like, okay, you guys are all done. You can go back. I need to speak to the lawyers. And the P. Diddy's lawyer said because he was only found guilty of these 2 convictions and they were for P-tuition, put 2 and 2 together, he should be set free. His family will post bond. And the judge was like, are you telling me that you think that he should be let go today? And the lawyer was like, yes. And the judge said, I need to hear from the government. I can't make that decision right now. I'll be back. You mark my word. He's going to be set free. I can guarantee you. That is why Justin Bieber and all the other people did not come out, because they knew this was going to happen. This was all a show. It was literal. I am so mad right now. These people never get held accountable. It's all theater. This is complete theater to make it look like he's going to be held accountable. They made it look like they had a gridlock case against him. And here we are, only facing up to 10 years and potentially going to be able to walk out of the courtroom today. I would say I can't believe it. I can believe it. I'm more mad than anything.
So I didn't even know that was on. I didn't even know that case was on. And I can only find 2 videos on it. It's that hush hush. Yeah, the Johnny Depp was televised live and everybody was talking about it. It is It's crazy. I'm confused.
And I haven't even come to the fact that our legal system is also targeting individuals at an exceptionally fast rate. Not just politicians and activists, but also private citizens who dare to speak out against the regime are being targeted, arrested, prosecuted, and even sent to prison. Keir Starmer, also known as Two-Tier Keir, is an absolute master at that. He is turning the UK into one of the most free countries in Europe. Right now, he's even looking to introduce sentencing guidelines under which white men will be punished harsher than women and minorities. Ladies and gentlemen, last time I checked, there is a word for that: apartheid. My last example is a personal one. A few weeks ago, I got a notification from Apple saying that my phone was under mercenary spyware attack. Mercenary spyware. So we're talking highly sophisticated government-level spyware that is used for counter-terrorism. That means that they can look at me through my camera in real time. They can listen to my conversations, and they can go through every single file on my phone. That is what happens in Europe when a perfectly normal, law-abiding citizen goes against the grain. So, let's face the facts here. Democracy is dead. Stone cold dead. Our regime uses pretty words to hide their intentions, but they pervert and invert our definitions all the time. They say that to maintain peace in Europe, we need to go to war with Russia. They say that to protect democracy, we have to ban right-wing parties. And they say that to safeguard freedom of speech, they need to censor disinformation. Just like in Orwell's 1984, war is peace, freedom is slavery, ignorance is strength. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we can find the embodiment of that regime in one person in particular. The worst leader of them all, the President of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen. And last but not least, when are we ever going to see those text messages in which she closed a 35 billion euro deal with Albert Bourla, the CEO of Pfizer? As I told you earlier, Ursula von der Leyen and the Eurocrats are most likely the ones reading my private messages, those of a private citizen. When are we going to see hers, those of a public servant spending billions and billions of our taxpayers' money?
Yeah, we live in a crazy world, peeps. It is a bonkers world out there right now.
So here's the video I wasn't going to make. To be honest, I don't like being the guy that pumps fear or ruins people's holiday. But I guess it just is what it is. And I'm not providing any context either. It's 6 o'clock in the morning, and this is like the 7th video I've made on this topic. All right, back to the very beginning. What this is, it's agro-terrorism. It's in the soil. It takes out crops. Now remember the scenario I pointed out? This whole thing and the whole scenario of what could potentially happen on the 4th of July this year? Now it's pretty obvious it's going to be a big 4th of July this year. A lot of people have a lot of reasons to celebrate. Whole lot of fireworks are going to be going off across the country. Now think about that. What are fireworks? They're minerals. And when they're burnt, they give off a specific color. Here's a map of those minerals and where they come from in the United States. Here's different kind of map. These looking pretty similar to anyone else? Oh, and in case you didn't know, China is the dominant manufacturer of professional and consumer grade fireworks in the United States. But I'm sure it's nothing to worry about. Y'all have a good day and stay safe.
And on that note, it's the end of the show, peeps. Thank you for watching. Appreciate the support, and I'll see you again tomorrow.